Well, it's that time again. Time to do 100 rune crafts. I saved up enough. Now we're going to do them. Hopefully we get something, but maybe not. And I'll explain what I'm doing, like, you know, which runes I like, which ones I don't, why I'm rolling it, why I'm selling it, as much as possible, but I am going to go kind of fast. Before we get started, though, I wanted to remind everybody there is a meetup happening on April 20th, 2024 in Herndon, Virginia. I will be there. And hopefully you will too. So if you're in the area or you think you can make it, come on over. It'll be fun. Anyway, that out of the way, let's get started. So we'll go ahead and do these. Let's see. Will runes are very exciting. I love me a good will rune because I don't generally farm it. This one has speed. Please quad. You know, you want to one in everything. This isn't like one in everything's kind of bad because you can't replace anything. Like you can't gem it out. This is a speed slot 2 with accuracy. So I was gonna say we basically roll it for act in case we quad it. Unfortunately, this is like a really low quad, but it's still pretty good. I mean, that's fine. It's still a high act roll. Like imagine if that had been 40 though. That would have been insane. I mean, it's still insane, but all right, off to a good start. This one looks nice and efficient. I'm gonna roll it. I don't really use HP slot 2s. This actually rolled pretty bad. In fact, it's like worse than a purple, so we just get rid of it. See fatal with crit rate and attack. We'd roll it. We're like rolling it for crit rate quad basically. Not very good. Speed on tolerance, just rolling it for speed. Gets a triple flat HP. Love to see it. Flat attack on a rage rune, no thank you. Energy rune. I'm gonna +9 it. Again, like if we hit like quad crit damages, like it might be fine, but on energy it's still kind of rough. Okay, double speed. Again, that's going to be, again, we're looking mostly for quad speeds for something like that. A flat slot 2, it's just no good. Crit rate, crit damage on a blade slot 3. Quad crit damage, let's go. Didn't do it. All right, not bad. This guy, sweet. All right, 10 more, let's go. 100 total, maybe 110, depending on how many I sell. Rage rune, nothing useful, just speed. So we're basically rolling for a speed quad, then use it broken, didn't work. Swift slot 3, again, speed, one and everything, and they were low rolls, so it's like a double whammy of not usable. This one, nice triple defense. Oh, it's almost a max triple flat defense. That's pretty exciting. Fatal, I don't even know. A quad crit rate is like not, honestly, not that crazy. It didn't do it. It's kind of okay though. Anyway, nah, no speed and bad rolls. Okay, fight runes, as I usually say, I don't really farm fight runes either, so getting good fight runes is okay. I don't know if I would use that. Man, we're getting good accuracy rolls today. I am going to keep it just because you do need accuracy. Okay, a flat slot 2 is no good. A destroy rune with crit rate crit damage. Let's just roll it for crit rate crit damage. It didn't do it. That actually probably could be usable for like a siege rune. Okay, flat slot 6 without speed. No, thank you. This endure rune, also no thank you. I don't even, that rune just didn't look good to me. No speed. I'm not very excited unless I have speed, honestly. This one is a speed on slot 6. We roll it, hits everything but speed. Awesome. Low starting rolls on everything on a violent, but again, could be a quad, and you take them where you get them. This one actually has great starting DPS stats. This is kind of okay. It's a bad accuracy roll, but I'm going to keep this. This is actually kind of okay. So this is where I get every one of my fight runes is out of this. Crit damage attack so we're missing 2 here, 1 here, 3 here. This is kind of okay, and it's flat attack. I'm going to keep this. This is maybe like you can even use this on like an Antares or something. I could gem in HP. I'm not sure if I would use that, but we'll see. Determination, I don't want it. 2 flats on it. There's no thanks. Destroyed slot 1. This is just rolling for quads. It didn't do it. Actually, it was kind of efficient. Missing 1 here, 1 here, but then the speed was bad. And you don't really use it offset. If I see crit damage, I roll it. Actually, just in case, because a high quad crit damage is basically makes it worth using over like a broken set. This could actually be I don't think I really need reapp targets for seal. That's what that would have been. No matter how that rolled, that was going to be a reapp target. Nemesis, no speed, sell. Guard with speed, roll for quad offset. Didn't hit it. No, thank you. Guard's not a particularly usable set. This without speed and a defense slot 4, not very good for fight. This is also another seal reap. That's not going to get used. Exciting 30 speed swift or will here. I don't know. If I put crit rate there, it's missing 4 crit damage and 1 speed. I actually am going to keep this and then gym in crit damage and then see if it shows up in any builds later. This might actually be usable. Crit damage, energy, nah. Revenge, crit rate, no speed, no other grindables, no. Despair. This one has 2 grindables and speed. It rolls bad speed and ooh, sign of the devil. Anyway, no good. And it's not a reap. Here we have a seal with speed and double grindable. Roll really efficiently on these 2, and then I don't know if I would use this. I'm going to keep this and look at it later. The only reason I'm considering keeping this is because of how efficient it is, but the seal is kind of like a despair rune in a way. Like you mostly want it on a fast unit, so I'm not sure if this is efficient enough for me to want to use. I'm just going to sell that. I don't need an HP percent tolerance. Slot 2. Let's see. Okay, rage again. Crit rate, it's perfect rage rune. Let's see it. Quad crit damage. Oh man, this would have been okay. I'm gonna keep this. It's a max crit rate. It's missing almost a full roll of crit damage, but we can re-gem attack percent on it. So I think, or even put flat attack over the speed. So I'm gonna keep this. This actually is kind of good, even though it could have been so exciting though. If that were closer to max, that would have been so good. Instead, it's just like slightly better than a max purple. But I mean, even that's still pretty good. Fight rune. No res, no speed, no attack stats, no thanks. No attack percent for vampire. Guard, nah. Again, we're rolling no speeds and like they're not very well connected stats. On like endure without speed, nah. No HP. Seal, again, no good. Kind of want speed on it. Endure, will roll it with speed, bad. Fight rune again. Crit rate and speed could go 2 different ways. That's kind of okay. Basically, most of the runes I'm looking for are either super high efficiency, but on like slot 1, 3, 5, you mostly want really efficient rolls of like non-grindable stats a lot of the time, or high speeds as an example. So it's a little bit, you know, flat slot 6 without speed. Don't even roll it. Rage HP percent. We rolled this just for the quad potential. Didn't do it. Energy, again, quad potential, but you know, you don't hold out much hope for this kind of rune because it has to roll really, really well to even be like kind of usable. Flat slot 2, no good. Fight, basically looking for a quad crit rate. I don't think there's any need for a resistance fight rune. Rage rune without crit rate or crit damage, so it's just a speed quad potential. Enhance without speed. I don't think that's usable in any way. Flat slot 2. I'm not going to roll it just so I don't have to see the potential quad occur. Oh, okay. A max speed starting roll on a slot 5. Let's see it. Nope. Completely dodges it. Exact opposite of what I wanted. About halfway done. Let's see. Tolerance with speed. It's a bad set. Roll it for quad. Didn't happen. On to the next one. Rage. No crit rate or crit damage, which is kind of what rage needs. I'm gonna roll. I did a +9. I just wanted to see if it hits attack like several times. A revenge HP percent, like that actually almost could have been okay if it had rolled higher. Okay, so an attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, just rolling for. Okay, so missing 2 here, 3 here, 2 here. This is potentially usable. Broken. I'm gonna keep it. This could be like, it even could like be a Leo rune, right? Like it's actually pretty efficient. It's missing. It's basically a max purple, but it's like nicely allocated max purple. Okay, slot 5 speed, rolled 1 and everything, just instant sell. Revenge rune. It's below starting rolls, so I don't hold that much hope, and then it rolled bad also, so it's just too inefficient to use. Enhance with speed slot 5 again. Basically rolling for quad potential. Guard flat slot 6, sell it immediately. Rage crit damage without crit rate, which means like if it had like quadded attack percent, you probably could have used it, but whatever. It's unexciting the way it rolled. That had a very low chance of being good. Flat slot 6 without speed, sell immediately. Seal slot 5, kind of a not useful set, but again, it could quad. Nemesis slot 1, possible speed potential. It actually, like sometimes you like the cool thing about that one is it actually started pretty low on defensive stats. Violent, bad, all the stats were bad to start out with that one. Another Nemesis with speed, with no tankiness. Almost could be useful. I don't really use Nim sets that aren't fast though. Attack percent energy without speed, no thanks. Slot 1 Swift with speed, going for that quad. It didn't do it. Nah. Like, there is room for efficient Swift runes. I actually use a decent bit of them on certain types of units. This one's just going for efficiency and it didn't hit it. Enhance rune, I don't want that. Endure, I don't think I need this either. It doesn't even have resistance. Like if it had resistance, then we would be excited about maybe a quad res or something of that nature, but as is, not very good. Destroy flat slot. This is one where you just roll it for speed. If it hits into speed, you're very sad because it could have been something better. Swift slot 2 without speed, no thanks. Violent. Rolling this basically for a Bellio. If it went pure crit rate, crit damage, it was potentially usable. Flat slot 2 will, no thanks. Vampire crit rate. I don't think this is useful, but I'm gonna roll it just to see. Nah. Luckily, we didn't have to make a decision because it went so bad. Attack percent Nemesis with a speed. Rolled bad. Blade. Oh, crit rate, crit damage, and speed. If it just like quads crit damage, we're excited. So this actually is missing 2 speed and it's missing 2 crit damage. This is kind of efficient. I don't know if I need this, but I'm going to keep it just because something like this can sometimes allow you to use a different rune you wouldn't have been able to use otherwise. Like, you know, with 20 speed and then nearly max crit rate, crit damage, like maybe you can use something that was like, say, a quad crit damage, right? That like you still need a certain amount of speed to use in certain types of teams. So I'm going to keep it. Flat slot 2 on Swift without speed. I mean, just no speed invalidates it, or sorry, flat slot 4. Both of those things make it pretty bad. All right. 2 more, sets of 10. Destroy slot 6 without speed, no thanks. Swift slot 5. Not very efficient start. And then a bad accuracy roll. It's just no. Okay, this will be so disappointing when it quads, but you know, you got to roll it. Okay, good, it didn't. Accuracy, blade without speed, nah, that's like maybe a PvP rune, but not really. Vampire, crit rate, this could be a Douglas rune if it like quad crit rates, it might have been okay. Energy, nah. Will, 2 flats, no speed, just sell it immediately. Fight with crit rate, roll it for crit rate, basically, because you can maybe use it as like a DPS rune for PvE purposes. This one, if this would be so exciting, I mean, like it's 3 grindables, and if it had speed, it would be nice. Endure, accuracy slot 6, no good, no speed. So let's see, rage has crit damage and speed, so quad potential on crit rate, or sorry, crit damage and speed. It actually, if this attack accuracy had been in either speed or crit damage, this would have been kind of exciting, but unfortunately not. This is a sad roll for quad that you hope it doesn't quad. Just like cross your fingers that it does not quad. This one, nah, Endure's not that kind of set. So res slot 6 Nemesis with speed, like you actually do kind of like res slot 6s on Nemesis. This one's like the most disappointing quad if it quads. Okay, good. Or even a high triple, just sad, just so sad. Revenge slot 3, again, speed. This could have been good. It's actually, no, it actually lost more than a full roll. Rev, crit rate, no thanks. That it's like with speed, it's maybe a Juno rune, but it was pretty inefficient as is. Guard, defense, crit rate. Roll for the quad. Oh. Okay, roll for the quad. Let's see if it goes 25. Good. It still would have been very usable, but okay. And then 2 flats on a slot 5 despair without speed. Not any good. All right, so that was not great. So we actually, overall though, I mean, I think we had some pretty okay runes. Let's take a look. Okay, so we started with this Nim rune. So this actually kind of came out okay. Like, unfortunately, it's gonna end up being like a tanky Nim rune, probably, because like you have a flat attack. So I could say put attack % over the defense, but it's a max defense and a minimum flat attack. So I'm probably just going to put HP % over the flat attack. And then use it on a unit that typically doesn't even need this, that typically doesn't use despair, right? So let's actually just go ahead and do that now. Like, we're going to make it a tanky Nim rune, even though typically Nim you actually want the opposite of tanky. Like something like a Miles, I don't even know, something like that. Look how many. Look, this is how rarely I use defense grinds on Nemesis. Like, usually you don't want tanky at all. So let's just use some to get them out of the inventory. Oh, max. Whew. Here, let's go down to 10 or 10. Okay, last time. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. This rune's kind of cool. I'm pretty happy with this rune. I mean, obviously it's a quad act that rolled really low for a quad, but you take them where you get them. This one, just a fight rune. We'll see. I might use it. This one also. This is a pretty nice fight rune actually. Like, because I can't put speed over it, but I can put crit damage here and make it like an actual DPS rune. This one's pretty nice. Despair. This one's, again, this is kind of like a Leo despair. So like if I'm making like a anti-Leo Ken as an example, this is like the perfect rune for a unit like that. This one is just efficient in what it's doing because you can put crit rate on it, and then it's going to be like perfectly allocated for a will DPS set. So this isn't probably going to get used really heavily, but it's still pretty nice. This one, I kind of just want to sell this one. I don't think I'm ever going to use this. Every seal unit I use is like faster, right? Like 9 speed just doesn't cut it. So actually, I think I'm just going to get rid of this one. I don't think I will personally ever use that rune. This one is technically a max roll. Like all the rolls went correctly for a perfect rage rune, and then we just happened to derp on the crit rate. So I mean, whatever. It's rage. We like it. Same thing with this destroy. This is actually all the rolls went perfect for a DPS rune, but I'm not sure if I would end up using this. I guess we'll see. And then this one, same thing. Another blade rune that is sometimes you need speed, so this can help with that. Anyway, so overall, just kind of like sort of efficient DPS runes was the rule of the day. And then this one awesome Nemesis rune. So, but anyway, thanks again, everybody, for watching. And once again, I'll remind you that April 20th, Herndon Meetup. Sign up if you're in the area, or even if you have to travel a little bit. I'm sure it'll be a good time, and you can at least come bother me in real life. April 20th, 2024. Again, thanks, everybody. And hopefully I'll get to do another one of these pretty soon. So until then, take care. See ya.